Hallo, mein Freund, und willkommen in der Fortgeschrittenen Schnapsen-Klinik. This is a continuation of my first Schnapsen video. Schnapsen is an Austrian card game for two players based on the German 66. The object is to get to 66 points. You're playing with a reduced deck, and this is the scoring. The most difficult thing for American players to adjust to is that the 10 is higher than the king, queen, and jack. But with the reduced deck, the shortened deck, it's actually pretty easy to adjust to this scoring. 3 to each side, and then the trump card is placed in the middle face up, and then 2 more cards are dealt for a total of 5. And then this is called the talon, and that's placed perpendicular to the trump card. We'll be talking about the talon and the importance that plays in the game. Marriages of king, queen of any suit are 20 points. Same suit marriages, 20 points. Royal marriage is the trump marriage. The trump card marriage of the king and queen is 40 points. And that's basically a hand winner when you win a royal marriage, pretty much. Some rules: marriages and jack of trump exchange, we'll talk about that momentarily, can only be claimed when leading a trick. You can't just claim that stuff whenever you want. You must be leading the trick to claim your marriages or do the jack of trump exchange. Marriage points only count if the declarer of the marriage wins at least one trick in that hand. Now, unlike some other trick-taking card games like bridge or spades, you do not need to follow suit in Schnapsen while the talon is still open. So you can win on a trump card. You don't need to follow suit. There's no breaking of the trump card or anything like that, like breaking spades or breaking hearts. However, when the talon is closed, the rules change. Now, what that means is if a player, when they're leading a trick, chooses to close the talon and put that trump card face down on the talon for strategic purposes to prevent the opponent from picking up any more cards, then the rules change, and the opponent must follow suit, specifically heading the trick or winning the trick with that suit if possible. If that's not possible, they must trump the leading card if possible. If that's not possible, they must follow suit, or lastly, play any card. All right, so we're going to do a dummy hand with face-up cards here. So this side starts because that side dealt. And the first thing we want to look for when we have a hand is, do we have the jack of trumps? Because if we do, we can exchange it for the trump card. And you'll notice that the jack is low in the cards, so it's always beneficial to exchange the card here. And you can do this at any time in the game, again, when you're leading a trick. Like we could do it right now, for example, but we do not have the jack of trumps. Second, do we have a marriage? Well, we have a king of diamonds, but we don't have a queen. So there's no marriage to declare right now. So we could win the trick with the ace of trumps. That may be more advantageous later. We could just try to play a heart here and win, or we could get rid of our low card, the jack of hearts, and use the strategy of getting rid of our low cards. I'm most inclined to get rid of my low cards, although winning any trick with an ace, which is worth 11 points, is advantageous. So I may just try that right now and play the ace. Now over to this side. Notice that they do have the jack of trumps. However, this side can't use that right now because it's not leading the trick. So we don't have a marriage, although we've got a king and a queen of different suits, so you can't claim that. They need to be the same suit. So we need to beat this ace of hearts. We can only beat it with that jack of trumps, and this is not a king or queen of trumps. If this were a king of queen of trumps right here, like a king or queen of spades, I would hold on to this jack because this could be a potential royal marriage, but it's not. It's only 10. So I think I'm going to make the decision to play my jack of trumps there and win that with a total score of 13 points now for myself. And the side who wins the trick always replenishes first from the talon, followed by the loser of that trick. And this trick leads because it just won the last trick. Now notice we have the queen of trumps now. That's a card we want to hold on to because that could be a potential royal marriage. This ace, for example, might be a good card to try to win a trick with. Now on this side, they just picked up a jack of diamonds. The only thing that could win this trick now, because the diamonds, the ace is high in that suit. So we could play a trump, the ace. And actually, that's a good play because then we're picking up 22 points on both aces. And this side won the last trick, so we're replenishing with a king there and a king here. Now, notice on this last deal, we have a royal marriage on this side, but we can't claim it because this side is leading because it won the last trick. So notice we don't have any trumps now, nor do we have a marriage on this side. So maybe get rid of a low card here and just, kind of give up this. We've got two jacks. They're not really good. So I'm going to play that. Now this side could, when we don't want to play these trumps, because we're saving them for a potential royal marriage, but we can beat that jack with a queen and pick up 5 points. Queens 3, jacks 2. Now, because this side won the trick, it replenishes first from the talon, and now we can say that we are announcing a royal marriage in trumps. You must show this to the opponent, and we must play one card from this marriage in order to proceed. However, let's do some tallying because we may be beyond 66 now, and we could go out of the game because we are leading. So we've got 40 points there and 58. So we're not quite there with 58 points. So we must continue to play. And with this strong hand we have right here, we're pretty assured that we're going to win this hand due to the ace of trump having already been played, and we've got the king and queen of trumps. What you can do at this point, at 58 points, is just to prevent the opponent from picking up any other cards here. And you see we've still got a few cards. We can do what's called closing the talon. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to close the talon. That means no more cards are going to be dispensed here. Now remember, the rules change after closing the talon. I play the king from my royal marriage. They must follow suit if at all possible. And they can't, or trumpet, and they can't. So we're just going to play any card. We'll play the low card, and we pick up 6 points there, bringing our total now to 64. So we'll play the queen, and we'll just play another low card, which would be a king. That brings us to 71 points. So we've won. This side has won with 71 points, and this side at 22 points means that we are awarded 3 points for that hand because we kept our opponent below 33 points. A game is played to 7 points. We're already 3 points on the way there. I hope you enjoyed this advanced Schnapsen video, and please give a thumb up and post your comments below.